Greetings Rommies and welcome to Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to a first race of the Evolution Racing Academy at Misano. Like last season, we are showing tier 2 because it's more full of drivers and it's supposed to be more interesting. We'll see during the race and during the season, of course, if this is the case. Today I'm all alone as Cody had other stuff to do and Ike is racing in tier 1. We are in the last minutes of qualifying and soon the race will start. As always, my question, how's the sound? Everything okay? I gotta say, I'm surprised. I am missing one name here, and that's the one of Mr. Jardine, who is still in the second tier by inches, by I think 0.01 seconds. So, but today, not even by that, he seems not to be there. Oh yes, he is 34th at the moment. That's why he doesn't show in the list. Do you think Jardine needs cheering? Because he is beating everyone with that Lexus. In any case, welcome to the stream. Last race at Misano, it was wet. This race is gonna be dry as far as we can see. We have Mr. Jardine. There he is, in his Lexus. You're a good friend then. And why not? This season, season 10 of the Evolution Racing Academy will be comprised of 7 races with Misano. The next one is gonna be at, I don't know if it's Nürburgring or the Nordschleife. I suppose it's Nürburgring, the short track, not the monster track. In the wet, the third is expected to be Zandvoort at night. Scary thought. The fourth is gonna be Valencia. Hot? Yeah, it's already quite hot in Spain, so by that time it's gonna be worse. Fifth is gonna be in Paul Ricard. Really, like, oh, I hope I don't fall asleep in the middle of the race, because that's a track that always puts me to sleep. The sleep. The 6th is gonna be in Suzuka, cold, and the 7th at Alton Park with mixed weather. 7 races in this 10th season of the Evolution Racing Academy. Thorns, it's nice that you say that even if you don't mean it. By the way, if you watch the Drive for Dean race 6 hours in Spa and got your appetite whet, there are plans of making a season of endurance races on Assetto Corsa Competizione with the people, or no, with the communities that did the Drive for Dean. If you are interested in driving enduro on Assetto Corsa Competizione, go to the Evolution Racing Academy, go to the MVRC or DGSR or one of the many communities that took part in the Drive for Dean, because they are actively searching for teams and searching for drivers. To anyone who is joining the channel, joining the stream, joining the race, and doesn't know what the heck is this Evolution Racing Academy, it's a community who has set their sights on having everyone learn how to drive multiplayer, how to drive better. They are exclusively based on Assetto Corsa Competizione and use those GT3s, but also sometimes the GT2s and the GT4s on all the tracks that Assetto Corsa Competizione brings with it. They have different courses where you can learn just how to drive, the basics and advanced motions of driving correctly, and they have different tiers that you move on, the better you get. So especially if you are a beginner at sim racing and welcome to this wonderful hobby, the Evolution Racing Academy can be a perfect place to you, because they are absolutely open for rookies and will help rookies not be a rookie anymore in no time. That is also the reason why we have this tier 2, and you will see that as the background of the numbers there are different colors. And those are the colors of the different tiers. Silver, bronze, and so on. 14 seconds in the qualifying. As far as I know, this is the last qualifying. This was the highest tier that they have. And soon, in a couple of minutes, the race will start. Misano, as you may know, if you have followed our commentary in the races, is one of my favorite tracks of all time. I had a hard time memorizing it, and I still don't know why I did, but I had a hard time memorizing it, but I like very much the flow of this track. The way that it moves from one side to the other, you have to be very careful in your inputs. It's a great track in my opinion. All right, so qualifying has finished, and we have Mr. Berghuis on first, Kojut, I hope I said the name correctly, on second, and Ambrugnosa on third. Known names as Oaks and Calgaro fourth and fifth. Gale and Knight 6th and 7th, 8th and 9th Gamble and Bellish, 10th Tetley, and surprisingly Mr. Jardine on 20th. That's very, very surprising for me. Alright, 2 minutes till session start, which is not the start of the race because we have one formation lap. And the formation formation lap starts. Only one driver moving, now the others do. As with many other tracks, the first corner or corners of Misano are quite difficult. First of all, if you have cold brakes and tires, they are of course very difficult. But we see now the drivers at what is called the Variante del Parco. which is the chicane of the park, translated. And imagine going over the start and end street, and then you have a chicane already. That's scary. Now we are on Rio. 180 made up by 2 corners. We are moving down to Quercia, which is almost a 180, 270 degrees, something like that. It's a heavy, or no, what is the other one? 105 degrees, that's the one that I was searching. That then gets you to a very, very short street and brings you to Tramonto, which is again 180. Here we go. And then you go on the throttle, because this is a straight, then comes a very slight curve that even the naming is curvone, like small curve, that you normally don't take the foot from the throttle for. But here you start to brake because you are going to get into this curve combination. Corner 12, 13. Then you get to the corner that is called Carro. And you're almost at the start of the track once again. Now you go for a little bit on the throttle and then go on the brakes because you have the last corner called Misano, where there is also the entry for the pits, and you are again at the start and end straight, and the race, the first race of the 10th season of the Evolution Racing Academy is going to start. Right away, there we go. First race, Misano. Let's see how the drivers master these first. Ooh, there are some going 3 wide into the chicane, but as far as I can see, everyone masters it. Berkuis, without any issues, goes away. Abrunhosa gets a drive-through penalty, and whoa, somebody got pushed away there. Abrunhosa, not only did he get a drive-through penalty, but he get pushed to the side. Eesh, not good, not nice. The other part all looks okay. No, just one hit there. Yeah, not good. Who was hit? Perry, I think, got hit. So, commentator Kurz working all over again. As soon as I say everything is okay, people go and hit each other. But we got Berkuis at Carro, if I see it correctly. It's Kojut, it's at Carro. On first position, he's gonna master Misano, and after the first lap, the positions are Kojut, Berkuis, Oaks, Knight, Gale, Gamble, Tetley, Stoyakov, Jardine, who is moved to 9th from 20th, and the Vanos. What do we have here? We have a small battle for 4th between Knight, Gale and Gamble. We are on the 2nd lap, still a lot to move on. So these may change, but this is one of the battles that we have. Then we have a battle for 8th, so to speak, between Stojakov, Jardine, Vanos, Belej, Lindbergs, Van Holland. What else do we have? We have battles all around for 16th, Rupsam against W. Watch too many James Bond? It's called M and not W. Well, he moved it around. And between 18th, there's a lot of drivers. Let's move back to the top, where Berkhuis is 0.4 of a second away from Kojut. Therefore, hoping that Kojut just has a little bit of an issue and then he'll take over, but for now he just stays behind him. Gale is in parallel with Knight and he's got the inside. Gamble tries to look in. Yes, Gamble also was able to get in and get the position from Knight. Knight lost 2 positions in one go. Gale is moving away while Knight is trying to recoup his position, but he's on the outside now. Although this is a fast corner, so being on the outside is not especially a wrong thing, but the next one is the 180. And no, he cannot make it, but he stays quite near to Gamble while Gale is moving far away from those two. Stojakov, where do we have him? Stojakov trying to be difficult to Tetley. Only a couple of 10ths of a second away. Jardine, Belej and Lindberg quite near to each other, but not yet in a situation where there might be something happening. And we have Knight, who is trying to find a way around Gamble. Only a 10th of a second away, and in places where you can gain a little bit, but it's difficult to overtake. Whoa! It looked for a moment as if his car was having an issue, but no, it was just a little bit of physics. Knight against Gamble is going to be a fight that we have to watch, and of course behind Knight there's Tetley and Stojakov, who of course will take any opportunity these two leave them. While behind those we have Jardine, Belej, Lindbergs and Van Holland. Jardine having more trouble getting his Lexus around the corners than we would have expected. Just keeping an eye on the battles, we have Wilson trying to find a way around EUS for 19th. Although these positions that I say are always the overall positions. As I said, there's 3 different tiers fighting here, so sometimes the fights are between different tiers for overall position and not for position in the tier. Drivers have to make at least one pit stop, but they have a lot of time to do it and a lot of places to decide so they can put their strategy the way that fits them better. Bellish is parallel to Jardine, was parallel to Jardine. And Lindberghs uses the opportunity and gets in front of Bellish and Jardine, while Van Holland is trying to get also that position. Whoa, that was a fast one. Lots of stuff happening, and now we come to a very difficult part of the track. You don't want to go 3 wide or even 2 wide here at Carro, which they don't. Jardine lost 1 position, he is now on 10th, while Lindberghs went to 9th. And what happened there? Berkhuis has lost 1 position to Tetley and also to Stoyakov. At the moment we have to keep our eyes on different places, like Rupsan trying to get position. What was it again? Rio. And let me see, Knight, Berkhuis, Bellish, very, very near to Jardine. Jardine goes sliding away. Dorifto Mizan. But Bellish cannot profit from that, but Van Holland is trying to profit from that. He's at the Curvone. There's a lot going on for these guys. And you sleep 1 moment and you lose 2 positions, like it happened to Van Holland. Oh, and Knight on the inside overtakes Gamble and takes his position. Knight on 4th. 10 minutes already gone in this race, and we have Kojut on 1st, almost 2 seconds away. Oaks 4 seconds away from Oaks. Gale, the Knight, who has his position contested by Gamble. Tetley, Stoyakov, Berkhuis are in their own race. There may be stuff going on during the race yet. 15 minutes to go. And here for 11th we have Rupsan, Van Holland, Cedric, Meroni and Bellish. And Cedric taking over the position at the Curvone. If you know where to brake and how to brake, Curvone is a good place to overtake. And yeah, don't worry, I'm keeping my eye everywhere, trying to find the most interesting battles, like Vanos against East. Jardine going into pits quite early. Is he having an issue with his tires or his car? Or is it just his strategy to go now, take new tires, and run them until the end of the race? Wouldn't be the first time that he surprises us with an interesting strategy. We're watching Meroni, Van Holland and Bellish for 12. Van Holland takes over. Meroni says, no, 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 no. You're not taking that position from me. And they are battling. And now Van Holland takes the position, but is he going to make it stick? Let me go to the battle for 6th, because Tetley, Stoyakov, Berghuis are all very near to each other, are at the southern end straight, and are getting to that horrendous chicane. Anything can happen. At the front, really at the front, things are calming down. Kojut Oaks, Gale Knight, all with seconds of difference between them. So we're watching one of the hot fights, at least for now. Taking the corners quite wide. That being a fast corner is something that you do. I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of the most interesting races I've ever seen was DTM at Misano at night with rain. Alessandro Zanardi with his very special BMW making 5th position. 5th. Zanardi, as so to speak, older driver with driving his car only with his hands because of his long time accident, making 5th position. He was smiling from ear to ear and very happy that BMW had given him the opportunity to drive at Misano. Yeah, if you have any opportunity, I think it's on YouTube, go and watch that race. The race per se was interesting, and of course Zanardi making 5th was the cherry on the top of a very savory race. Another reason why Misano has a special place in the world. Berghuis taking over the position from Stoyakov, for now at least. It seems as he's going to make it stick on his McLaren? Yeah, McLaren. Let's not forget there's other battles too. We have Knight trying to get 3rd position podium from Gale. We have Stoyakov and Berghuis still. That's gonna be a battle for, I suppose. We have Rübsam against Limburgs. Van Holland and Bellish. 12th. We had Ayush and Bia. We have these two are. Oh! That was not a good thing. I don't know who went into whom. Let me check the repeat. So we. Inside, everything is clean here. Got a bump there, nothing special. Oh, I would say 214 or W did not leave enough space, but that's one for race control to check. So we have a Knight against Gale, Berghuis and Stoyakov against Tetley, Rupsam and Limburgs. Let's stay with those two. Let's see what happens there. Although we have Meroni, Van Holland very near to each other, and they are at Corvone. Meroni not being able to keep that car completely under control, going a little bit sideways. Keep with that battle for a while. Although Berghuis, let's go for Berghuis, is very near to Tetley. And Stoyakov trying to get and Berghuis takes the position with almost no problems from Tetley. Stoyakov also takes the position from Tetley, so Tetley has lost 2 positions in almost 1 corner. Meroni, Van Holland, they are battling all the time. Knight is he gonna be on the inside for the chicane? No. Oh, what happened there? Like, he completely forgot that there was a chicane and that he was in a race. Lost almost a second in that one. What? Move back to Stoyakov and Berghuis, who are leaving Tetley behind. Rupsan and Limburgs. Rupsan for now taking Limburg's position. But Limburgs is on the inside. Very difficult to navigate that one. Was able to keep the position, but it was not easy. Corvone once again, as you see, the driver is go full throttle through that little bit of a corner. That's how it looks from inside of the follower. Rupsam is trying to get Limburg's position. This is the chicane. Not easy to navigate, also because you don't have much time to breathe, and then that double corner that makes a 180 comes to you. Let me check that one. No, that was clean. It looked for a moment as if there was a touch, but no, that was a clean pass. Rupsan. No names like Parwa and Calgaro are now trying to move ahead, a battle for 16th. Was later Calgaro, Fox and East for 19th overall. Seems so easy, doesn't it? It's not. Not at Misano. Navigating all those corners can be really a hassle. Abrunyosa trying to get 24th position from height in his Ferrari. Meanwhile, Knight is getting dangerously close to Gale for 3rd position overall. For now, he doesn't make it stick. Getting on the inside from height, getting a better corner, and therefore taking the position from height at last. We are back with Knight against Gale for 3rd position overall. It's two Nissans against each other. Interesting. Nissans, Lexuses, well, one Lexus at least. A lot of Japanese companies. Slightly different race lines, but only slightly. None of those two race lines is better than the other. That's why they are so near to each other. While we expected Jardine to be dominating this race, he is on 31st position. Ouch. But he was already in pits, while most of the others still have to do their pit stop. While we're watching this, Calgaro takes position from Slater because Slater goes into pits. We are about at the middle of this race. Oh, and there was one driver. We keep with a Knight against Gale for 3rd position overall. Oh! What happened there? Knight completely went away and he gets overtaken by Berghuis and Gamble. just had some, I don't know, either an issue with his controller or just momentary lapse. Knight is trying to push, of course, again to get back to where he was fighting for third. Well, now he is fighting for fifth. Against the driver with the fastest lap of the race for now, with 1:34.755. Berkhuis takes fourth from Gamble. Knight stays near. Just to get back the fight that he was having. And there we go. Yeah. Knight takes fifth position from Stoyakov. And is now ready to pounce on Berkhuis, while Oaks goes into pits. Knight trying to take the corners as small as he can to be able to get near to Berkhuis and regain what was his, the position behind Gale. Yes, Gale is now second, Berkhuis third, Knight fourth, because Oaks went into pits. So the positions are not near reality now, because some of these drivers have already gone into pits and some haven't. Yeah, true that. It may very well be that ACC froze, although normally it doesn't. ACC is quite stable in that, but sometimes, especially if your GPU has a hiccup, it does. Absolutely. ACC already quite stable compared to any other, LMU for example. But yeah, good point. We see a lot of drivers now going into pits, which is to be expected as we have passed the halfway point of the race. Knight still behind Berkhuis. Do we have other battles here? No, not really. Drivers are in the pits. Oh, and Maroni gets a drive-through penalty. Normally those are for not respecting track limits. Although Assetto Corsa Competizione has quite loose track limits, you should not overstep those, and East also gets a drive. Remember, you cannot serve a drive-through by going into pits and doing a pit stop. You have to pass pit lane without doing a pit stop. Kojut now into pits, making Berkhuis the leader of the race for now. Let's see where Kojut comes out after doing his pit stop in relationship to Oaks. That's gonna that is going to give us a more precise positioning. So Kojut has finished his pit stop. Where is he? Here. He's coming out of the pits. Oaks. Where's Oaks? Oaks. Oaks is now at the start and end straight. Kojut still in pits. And he keeps his position in front of Oaks. Gamble is now in pits. Comes out in front. No, behind Oaks, yeah. Oaks is 6 minutes away from Kojut, so Oaks is having... Oh, Meroni has the stop and go. So he was too fast in pits while serving his drive-thru or something like that. That's not something that you want to have, and it's something where you resign. You just say, okay, that's the way life is. We are watching Geese and Tetley and Stewart for 11th. Tetley has already served his pit stop. Geese and East haven't. And Stewart neither. So the cleaned up positions for now are 5th, 6th, 7th and so on. Those where you don't see a 1 but you see green. Of course, the more the race moves on, the more drivers are serving their pit stop. There's one obligatory pit stop for each and every driver, while Geese seems to have an issue, or at least not know exactly how to navigate that corner, and Tetley takes the position. Tetley in a Lambo. I think he wasn't driving a Lambo last year. Ooh, and Geese sliding around. Maybe trying with all his might to get the position back from Tetley, which leads to more errors, which leads to more frustration, which leads to more errors, which leads to more frustration, and so on and so forth. Been there, done that, lost the race. Not exactly that I'm accustomed to win races, but you know. So Berkhuis in pits. So Kojut is gonna retake his first position, we expect, quite soon. Most of the drivers already having served their pit stops. Kojut on first position, behind him, what is it? 257? Back to Miss Kojut. What's the number? Oh yeah, great Assetto Corsa competition. Make it easy for me to see the number of the Ferrari, why don't you? Oh, so he's in 26th position, that's Prius, right? Yeah, okay. So the driver behind Kojut is not going to be dangerous to him. We don't expect him to. We have Kojut, Oaks, Gale, Stojakov, Berghuis, Knight, Gamble, Rübsam, and then on 9th, Stewart, who still has to serve his pit stop. Jardine on 12 after all these round of pit stops. Suppose he's gonna be 11th when Stewart goes into pits. And Berko is still with the fastest lap of the race. Cedric trying to get the position from Van Holland. Battle for 14th. Limburgs, Van Holland, Cedric. Quite interesting corner combination when you get out of Curvone. They look easy, but you come in hot from Curvone, which is a very long, kinda straight, and you have to modulate throttle and brakes quite well to be able to take those well and profit from any speed that you have right there. This is the most interesting battle in the race. So, keeping an eye on the other battles. See if any of those flares up. And Holland taking the position from Limburgs. Getting that corner better than Limburgs. Or no. As you can see in the images, those corners are especially difficult if you have somebody in front of you who works those corners differently than you. So you have to be careful not to hit your opponent. And Limburg's trying to get an advantage through a different race line, but not being able to get stuck. In the meantime, Calgaro has been able to get near to them, and he's now in the middle of that battle, trying to get positions. And without a pit stop, it's quite possible that Mr. Jardine is gonna be taking 11th position from Stewart, who, as we said, has not served his mandatory pit stop, and he goes and loses that position. Does not serve his mandatory pit stop yet, but he has 15 minutes to do so. We move back to the battle. Limburg, Cedric, Calgaro, Van Holland. That's a lot of cars all piled up together. Lenilog, nothing will happen there, but there's always the possibility because we have slower and faster cars all bunched up together. Whoa! And the sooner I say it, the sooner something happens. Cedric gets in the middle of it and loses a couple of positions. So now the battle is Limburgs, Calgaro, and Van Holland. No! Van Holland's car getting wide sideways. What's going on here while Mr. Stewart is on in pits and I have wrong mouse in my hand. Eesh. Oh, Van Holland and Calgaro. Calgaro trying to get the better of them. Van Holland trying to find a hole that Calgaro does not give him. What do we have? We have Burkuis near Stoyakov for 4th. We have Slater near Parois for 18th. We have Perry very near to Fox for 22nd. And that would be... Yes, Perry. Nope. Slight touch, but nothing to write home about. And Perry keeps behind Fox. Berku is very near Stoyakov. Trying to get an advantage, not making it stick for now. Gale getting ever so nearer to Oaks, but not ready to pounce yet. Back to the Berku's situation. On the outside, but now he's gonna be on the inside of the chicane, but you cannot make it stick. Knight inched his way near these two battling. Battles always make you lose time. So let's see how this situation resolves. Stoyakov, Berkuis, Knight, 4-4. Knight is getting the better, getting on the inside. Oh, and Berkuis goes wide. Check wide. Oh, went wide just to avoid hitting Berkuis, Knight. That means that Berkuis has lost a lot of time, avoiding losing even more time because of a crash. Battle 4 now has been reduced to Knight against Stoyakov. Stoyakov making his BMW as wide as he can so as to not let Knight pass by the way he did not let Berkuis pass by. Oh, and in front of us, I just missed it. Gale took Oak's position. And there was a gaggle of drivers, slower drivers, and Gale took advantage of Oak's keeping behind the slow driver. Things are heating up in the last 10 minutes of this first race of the Evolution Racing Academy. Oaks and Gale for second. Stoyakov, Knight, Berkuis, who has regained the lost time, for fourth. Jardine, Limburg, Skalgaro for 11th. Slater and Parois for 18th. Eus and Becker for 24th. And we move back to Gale and Oaks for now. Knight against Stoyakov and Berkuis looks more interesting. Knight on the outside of this fast corner. And seems as if Berkuis is gonna profit from that. No, not really. These three are raiding. Well, positions would be exaggerated, but they are very near to each other, and that's good. That makes fun racing. And we saw Knight going slightly on the brakes at Curvone to avoid hitting Stoyakov. We are following for fourth position overall Stoyakov, Knight, Berkuis, who are very near each other. And even if it looks at some points as if one or the other is losing time, they just have a slightly different way of taking the track. No sooner you think one of them is losing time to the others, he is already at the back of the driver in front. Let's move to Jardine, Limburgs and Calgaro. Now at the chicane. Oh, and look at that! Christoph made the fastest lap of the race. 1:34.655. Let's move back to the battlefield. Where Stoyakov, Knight and Berkuis are trying to take each other's position. This should be in racing. And no, I'm not stuck on Helicam, but in Misano I think it's one of the better cameras compared to the others. You see it differently? Let me know. What? What? Either the server or my Assetto Corsa Competizione are a little bit stupid, because Berkuis is now 1 second away from Stoyakov, and Mr. Knight is now on 8th? What? What? Huh? What happened there? Calgaro is trying to take 12 from Limburgs, and it looks as if he's made it, but Limburgs is not gonna make it easy. He's on the outside for the next corner. Looks as if Calgaro made it quick. Though now they are at Curvone. Rupson got a drive-through penalty. Normally, this state of the race is for track limits. Limburgs loses his position to Crystal. We are in the last minutes of this first race of the Evolution Racing Academy at Misano. Berkuis is trying to get a 4th position from Stoyakov. He's been trying to get that for a while now, but maybe he'll make it stick now. Ooh, both very near to each other, but very respectful, leaving place for the other. And it seems as if Berquist, after long waiting and thorough battle, has taken 4th position, and it seems as if he's gonna make it stick. So while I keep an eye on those, Calgaro, Cristo, and Limburgs are battling for 12. While Jardine is also there, I don't think Jardine has anything on that battle, as I think it's happening behind him, but I may be wrong. Oh, Jardine goes wide and gets a drive-through penalty. Commentator's curse. Jardine is gonna be losing his 11th position. Either because he serves the drive-through or because he gets a penalty after the race. And Calgaro tries to get the position, tries to get a little bit too hard, and loses the position to Cristo because of that. Or Jardine, he already has to serve a drive-through. Calgaro, take it easy. You got his position. You had his position.
On the final lap. Give it all you can.
One minute in the race, and we have Kojut, Gale, Oaks, Berquist, Stoyakov, Gamble, Knight, Bellish, Tetley, and Rupsam in 1st to 10th position, and Cristo gets 11th position from Calgaro. Race is about to end, at least the time of the race is about to end. And we have Kojut, who I think is not gonna be passing the start and end straight, the end line before the time passes. No! Times of next time Kojut passes, he's gonna be the winner of the race. At least we expect him to be the winner. And here we go. The first race of the Evolution Racing Academy Season 10 is won by Kojut. Gale second. Oaks on third. Berquist takes 4th from Stoyakov on 5th. Gamble on 6th. Knight on 7th. Bellish on 8th. Tetley and Rupsam still fighting, but I expect Tetley to make 9th and Rupsam 10th. That's the positions 1 to 10 in this first race of the Evolution Racing Academy Season 10 at Misano. We hope you had tons of fun at this first race of the Evolution Racing Academy, and next week we're gonna be at the Nürburgring in the wet. As always, a wet race is a very special race, so until this very special race, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium. Bye!